Welcome everyone to the SVK Network. You know what? Today's a great day. We are launching this new cooking show that we have called The Heat with Chef Daniel, and we're going to be doing this now. You laughing at that, eh? You like your name?
Yeah, I know. I'm liking it.
You like that?
I'm liking it. I'm liking
You
the
liking
name of the
that?
show.
You liking
Yeah.
that? You're like, hey mom, look at me. You know, so
Look, I finally
look,
made it.
I made it. I made it big. I'm on Jay's show. So we're gonna bring in Chef here in a second and get to show him, and you're gonna have like foodie fans soon here, Chef. And
That's okay.
it's gonna be awesome. But we're gonna hear from one of our sponsors here in a second,
Cool.
and then we're gonna get back to Chef. And Chef, just give us a little treat today, just a little taste of what's on the show today. What are you gonna be showing?
Well, I mean, we have some dishes. We're using some amazing meatballs and some beautiful veg. So we're gonna be doing some fun dishes. You know, we're kind of going across the board. We're gonna do an appetizer. We're gonna do some pastas, and then we're gonna do a soup.
A soup.
So, yeah, man.
A soup.
A soup.
Your first show, you went soup.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why not?
Here's
right?
the thing too. I have to get you a foodie apron. Put that on my list to do.
Yes.
Jay list to do is get you a foodie apron.
Yes.
But anyways, we won't bug you too much. It doesn't look like a dress at all. It doesn't look like a black dress.
No, I mean, I have a Chef & Co. apron. I mean, I'm loving it. I just got them, so they're nice.
Nice.
The foodie apron.
All right. Well, we're gonna come back after this. So, Chef, get ready. And we're gonna see what that fancy little tool in your counter is about too. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that thing right there.
That's like the cool
that thing. The cool thing. Okay. Awesome. We'll be right back, folks.
Awesome.
We're back, folks. SVK Network. So, Chef, who are you, first of all? But you got this new show on our network. Tell our audience, tell your fans you'll have now, a little bit about you, but not that long speech that we hear all the time.
Yeah,
right.
Of course,
give us a quick Coles, short notes. So Coles notes, you know what that is, but let's give us a short version of who you are.
Well, I mean, the super short one. I'm Daniel. I'm Daniel Calabrese. I am. I'm just a young chef in the industry. I live and work in Toronto. Yeah.
How long you been a chef? Chef?
I think we're coming up on.
10 years?
9 years now. Yeah. I mean, I was in a restaurant kitchen at 15, so it was.
No way, serious?
Yeah. So we're before, you know, I'd say 9-10 years. Yeah, we're getting there.
Nice.
Hasn't been too long, but just long enough.
Now, why is chef? Why is chef career? First of all,
a chef career kind of came out of nowhere for me. It was actually never something that I really desired to do. I wanted to be a police officer. And
no way.
Yeah, in high school, there was a guidance counselor that told me I was failing my classes. So the only way that I was going to make up the credits that I missed was to do a 2-credit cooking course in grade 11. So she put me in it. I went in, showed up to class on the first day, instantly fell in love with it. And grade 12 took a high school like co-op, and then everything took off. Everything took off from there.
That is awesome. You know what? There's like not a million sort like that, but there's stories like that. And I think that's so
Yeah.
great about our industry is that we take those people that were like I was failing those tests and those marks
Yeah.
and defining the industry that we love today. So that's a great story, Chef.
Yeah.
Inspire
Yeah.
others, right? Inspire others, brother.
I mean,
Inspire others.
you can do anything you put your mind to.
You
I
know what? And
mean,
then you get to today. You get to be on our show. Show us this fancy
yeah.
robot you have on your counter.
Oh, this fancy new tool, piece of equipment that I have. So this is the new TM6 from Thermomix. Um, I am the brand ambassador for Thermomix Canada. So today I thought it would, you know, perfect opportunity to bring it on the show. Showcase the products that we're using today, and then also showcase, new technology. Um, I've done some two things today for our dishes in the Thermomix.
And what are we
Um,
featuring today? What are the two companies we're featuring today?
so we're featuring a meatball from Jay. You're
Rosina.
gonna have Rosina, Rosina meatball. So this is actually a meatball that I've been using, probably for the last 3 years in my career.
Perfect.
And then we have our veg. So we have two different types of veg today. We have a roasted root veg medley, and then we also have
Arctic by Arctic Gardens. Just throw that
yes,
out there.
by Artic Gardens. Not so good with names, so much better with products.
You know what? I'm the same way. We're perfect for each other.
I can see the product, and if I taste it, I know exactly what it is. But if you put it across my desk and it just says the name, I'm,
Yeah, I'm same way, brother.
yeah.
Same
But
way.
yeah, so we're using both products today. We have a roasted root veg medley, and then we have a Brussels blend. So
A Brussels blend. Have you ever seen a Brussels blend before?
So I've actually never seen a Brussels blend, but this Brussels blend has sweet potato, it has cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. So everything is, pre-blanched, ready to go, ready for you to reheat, and it's pre-seasoned. So
Now, do
amazing.
chef? I gotta ask you this. I'm gonna call you chef
Yeah.
now. You just got crowned that now on your
Yeah,
show.
that's not normally a term that I like,
You get used
respond
to?
to, but I'll for
Okay.
you, it's
Okay.
okay.
So, chef, I have a question for you then. Do a
Yeah.
lot of restaurants still do all that veg by hand, or more restaurants because of labor, what's happening out there, are moving to blends like this?
So I'd say restaurants now, we're still trying
Yeah.
to do everything we can by hand, and to do it, the real deal way, and bring the customer and bring the guest, the farm to fork experience. Um, but with the rising labor cost, with
Yeah.
the rising food cost, we have to find ways to, kind of save where we can, and also make money where we can. So
Yeah.
I I'm seeing a lot of places switch, from doing,
Yeah.
100% of their veg prep, um, in house by hand to, we're seeing almost about, I want to say about 50 to 60% are
Wow.
doing it in house now. A lot of places are bringing it in pre-done, and a lot of places are bringing in the products that we're showing today.
Hmm.
Um,
And I'm
yeah,
assuming that's saving ton. Like, is the prep like? Because I remember back in the day, prep was such a big part of the
yeah,
kitchen. Is
yeah.
that changing? Is the prep world changing? It's got
I
to be
would
going to
say
more to these
it,
convenient products.
the prep world is changing. I mean, they are using restaurants, hotels. We're using a lot more convenience products, but we're still trying to keep that quality, and the
Yeah.
products. The products that we're showcasing that we still have to spend the time on to prep
Yeah.
ourselves. We're doing that. We're trying to give the guest, or give that customer, that healthy balance of, where can we save our time
Oh,
and
okay.
focus that energy onto something else, right?
Wow. So that's a change. That's a big change
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
industry, right?
It's not a 100% 180 turn to
Hmm.
convenience products, but it's a slow slow movement to getting there.
Well, I think companies like Arctic Gardens and Rosina are looking at those factors and creating
Yeah,
products around that, right? Like I
yeah,
remember when they used to like things would come out and they looked like they were like cut out of a mold,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
everything was so perfect, and they realized that was a change, and then they realized the importance
yeah,
of ingredients being more pure and more, unprocessed, right?
yeah,
They're starting to understand these things now. So,
yeah. Of
anyways,
course. I mean, we're I don't know if you could ever like I don't know if you can ever remember a time in your career where you had the time to roll meatballs, right?
dude, I roll meatballs every night. What are you talking about?
I mean, in restaurants and in hotels, there is zero time for me to roll a meatball.
For
I'll
zero
be
time?
100% straight with that. Um, you know, so this kind of product, to be able to bring it in and to use it, it saves
Oh,
tons of time,
hours,
right?
hours, right?
Tons of time, tons of time.
Right.
So and we're not looking at that consistent, that consistent shape, we're looking at consistent size, but not that consistent shape, which,
Yeah.
you know what, there is part of me that likes the consistency, but then
Hmm.
there's the other part of me that likes, I like the small inconsistencies to show
Yeah.
me that somebody actually made it,
Yeah.
right?
It was
So
like it's almost like those imperfections become
yeah,
the part of the dish or the part of the
yeah,
product that we actually
yeah.
like as chefs.
Yeah, I don't need every single meatball to be
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
perfect ball. I like to see sometimes it's a little bit misformed, and you know
Yeah.
what? That's, to me, shows that somebody made it. So
Yeah. Some poor
yeah,
person's making them by hand.
just all
Exactly.
day
All
long,
day. All
all
day
day
long.
long. Yeah, no, not for me.
All right. Well, let's
Yeah,
see your first dish. So, first dish, what are you gonna do? Let's go in.
yeah, of
Let's get
course.
into it.
So we have first dish today. So we're gonna pull up. So I've actually used both products for this one today.
What is this? You
Um,
got to walk us through. What is that? That is
so
cool
this
color. First of all,
this right here is actually from the roasted root veg um,
what?
blend. Yeah, so I actually took the root veg, took a little bit of it, roasted it off, and then put it into the Thermomix, um, thinned it out with just a little bit of water while blending it,
Mm-hmm.
and then folded in a little bit of ahi amarillo. So nice,
Ahi
nice
amarillo.
ahi amarillo. So it's a really nice, like almost orange pepper paste. Beautiful flavors, beautiful spice. So we have that, and then we're also gonna, let me see if I can, transfer this nicely.
Okay. 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 Here we
Transfer
go.
this nicely. I'm not in my
Chef
professional
skills on
kitchen, so
chef skills, buddy. Right now,
yeah, chef skills.
right
Okay,
here.
so
Can we transfer? What is it?
so we're gonna
Okay.
transfer some meatballs here. So what we're gonna do first is, something a little bit of a light bite, something that you can put on your menu,
Ooh.
um, or be able to use both products. Now, this meatball is actually the meatball with no cheese.
Okay.
So
Now,
something
first,
that,
I have questions. I have tons of questions here. First, chef.
yeah,
First of all, light bite. Is that a big phrase now for restaurants? Having a light bite menu?
I would say a light bite. If you have some sort of restaurant setting with, I want to say a bar,
Yeah.
or kind of a quick pace kind of place,
Yeah.
I would say yes. It's
So does that light bite then? Is that like the meal before the appetizer?
No, this is kind of like the shareable appetizer
Okay. Okay.
kind of thing. Something that you can order for the table, while you're waiting for your beer to
I like
come,
the name,
or
man.
your glass of wine or something, right? Something
Mm.
something for the table, something to just snack on.
How
Um,
important is appetizers and like light bites as a chef
uh,
to have, because that's the experience of of your meal, right? Your experience,
yeah, yeah. So I
right?
mean, in from the kitchen standpoint,
Yeah.
a light bite or an appetizer is very important. It's the dish or it's the item that somebody's going to get before they hit the main course. Now
Nice.
you mess this up or you mess up the appetizer or the light bite or whatever you're sending out to the table first, even if it's an amuse bouche or a
Yeah.
canapes, um, you're screwed. Like, you're completely screwed. I don't care how good your entree is, it's not saving
No?
their experience. No.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a really good point, though. So we should
Yeah.
put a little more attention into the
Yeah. And
first
it's also,
bite.
I don't know if you've ever been like, you're kind of out with the boys, or you're, out in the town, and, you go in mid-afternoon, you kind of want to grab something, but you're not ready for dinner yet. You sit down for, cocktail of your choice, whatever you want. And, maybe get a light bite or some Rosina meatballs.
Exactly.
So
Right.
this dish, our appetizer. So I've used the Rosina meatballs with no cheese.
Now, that's the other question. Sorry, chef. I interrupt. My apologies.
Yeah, no
Get used to it.
no problem.
So, as a chef, how important is a meatball with cheese or not? Is it a choice? Is it preference?
Okay, so preference for me,
Yeah.
I like it with cheese, but I'm also a cheese guy. I love cheese.
I'll remember that.
Cheese doesn't like me, but I like cheese. Okay.
I am the same way.
My stomach hurts, but you know what? I love it. It's great. So it's a meatball with cheese. I think it's totally preference, but something that we're seeing a lot right now in the industry, and I don't think it's a trend, I think it's something that's here to stay, is the dietary restrictions. So having something that can go out to the table, that pretty much everybody can eat. Somebody at the table, it's very common that somebody is, not eating dairy or not eating cheese. And it's a little bit tricky on the kitchen to kind of work around that, because I've always worked in kitchens where we use a ton of butter and a ton of cheese for everything. So this kind of product here, no dairy, no cheese, we're good to go. Send it to the table.
Okay.
If they've ordered it, we don't have to do something special. This is a safe dish in the kitchen that we can send to the table. It's good. We're not going to have to worry about them.
So, chef, can you bring? So, what would you call that sauce or that condiment that you put on to? Would you call that?
I'm gonna call it I think like a spicy roasted root veg puree.
Puree. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you bring it closer to the camera so we can see it, because it looks really cool?
Of course.
It's really bright, eh?
Yeah. So it's nice and orange, but
just bring it up a little bit. Just bring it up lower. There you go.
How's that?
There you go.
Yeah. So
a little higher. There we go.
Yeah. So this is
perfect.
So this is just, it's the roasted root veg pureed with the ají amarillo, and I haven't pushed it through a sieve or a strainer, because I wanted to keep those. You'll notice
chunks.
Those the
dark, I noticed
the
that.
dark and the different colors. I want to keep that. I think those flavors and that texture will actually help this meatball, because the meatball, the bite is. I had a couple before the show, so I was getting a little hungry.
Different show that we know bites, but
but it kind of helps break through that consistent meatball.
Meat, there's a lot of meat flavor there, so changing that up.
And it has a little bit of spice in it from the pepper paste, which helps the spice and the acidity really helps break through the veg, but also break through the meat. So all together it works. And then just garnish this one. I'm a garnish guy. I love garnish, so I put garnish on pretty much everything. These are just some spicy mustard greens, little microgreen, something nice.
And they're spicy?
Yeah, they have a little bit of heat to them. And the world of microgreens is
it's huge.
It's huge, and it's evolving like crazy. And it's so easy to make them too. So easy to grow them, right? So
there you go.
Yeah.
A little spicy.
Yeah, nice flavor there.
So let's get a close up.
Yeah, of course.
Very cost effective, different. That costs you next to nothing.
Yeah, this will cost us. This will
Up, up,
cost
up,
us
up, 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 up,
a
up,
little
up. There we
farther.
go.
How's that?
Side view, side view. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
this one,
thick, though. Like that's really thick.
which the puree?
Yeah, the puree. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
the
cool.
puree. So no thickener in it. No powders, no nothing.
It's the
It's
machine.
just it's the machine. It's the machine. You're able. This machine actually has a setting for thickening. So
What?
yeah, man, this machine's got everything you need, right? This right here can replace anybody and anything. This can replace your girlfriend if you really want it to, right? You don't need anybody. You just need a Thermomix.
All
But yeah,
right.
this has got everything. I mean, oh man,
I
once
love
my
it.
girlfriend watches this show,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You're
screwed.
done. You're
But
done, buddy.
whatever. I got a Thermomix, so it's
You got a
okay.
Thermomix. So it'll make it that thick. So it must. How
Yeah,
does it do that? Can you give us
yeah.
a
So
secret on how it does that?
so we'll go over here to the setting, kind of click it. So you can bring it pretty much right to the perfect temperature. So this veg, I roasted it off and got it to the point where it just started to get color on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it in here and I cranked it up. I had it at about 65 degrees Celsius.
Nice.
And just started the dial, let it start to go, let it start to mix. And then I started pouring in just a little bit of vegetable stock. You can use veg stock, you can use
Yeah.
water to make a puree. So just a little bit at a time till I hit that perfect consistency. And then the thing with
Wow.
the purees is they don't need to be piping hot.
No.
No, 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 no. If it's
No.
if it's hot, it's okay, but the purees lose a lot of heat really fast. So it doesn't need to be ripping hot.
Okay.
You can have
Now
it
on
kind
the
of
meatballs, you want the meatballs super hot though, right? When you bring
yeah,
them out from the
meatball, of
kitchen,
course, yeah,
meatball
of
hot.
course.
Hot meatball. Okay. Okay.
Meatball, make it hot. Puree, it doesn't need to be ripping hot. It can be kind of at a warm temperature, let's say.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, of
Awesome.
course. Of
Well,
course.
thank
So
you, Chef. We're gonna go to. Can we go to a commercial break? You want a commercial
yeah,
break
of
us?
course, of
We'll
course,
go
of
to
course.
commercial break us.
And maybe I'll
Break
have a
us.
snack on the
No,
way, right?
yeah. I want to see all 5 of those guys. Is it 5?
Yeah,
Oh
5.
God,
No, I
you're like
can't.
one left.
No, no.
One left. All right, we'll be right back
Of course, of
after
course,
this one. Here we
of
go.
course.
Let's find which one we're gonna go. We're gonna go with this one. No, this one, that one, this one. Let's go. Yep, that one. There we go, Chef.
How's it going? How's it going?
It's going.
I didn't eat the meatballs yet.
You just shush.
I thought I better keep cooking. I don't understand. Oh no, my Apple Watch is going off. It's staying all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, no, I didn't want to eat all the meatballs, so I better keep cooking.
Okay, so what's next? What's next? What's your next dish there?
So next, you know what? While this reheats and we get it going, let's do the soup.
Yeah.
So
give us some tips on soup. Give us some tips, Chef.
Soup. Always start. You know what? The best tip I can give you. The best tip I can give you is love your soup.
Love the soup.
Love your soup. If you're making a soup, make sure you're adding a ton. Like, give it the attention it needs. Don't just throw a bunch of everything but the kitchen sink in there and puree it and add a little salt and that's it. Love it. appreciate the ingredients that are going into it,
Mm-hmm.
and really try and showcase. You want to have an end goal with your soup. You don't want it to just be flavored water there.
Okay.
Okay, so this one. All right. So this one, we're actually using the exact same veg that we used for this puree.
Okay.
Okay, so we're using the roasted root veg again. Now I've taken the roasted root veg, threw it in the oven, got some nice, beautiful color on it, put it into my Thermomix, started adding a little bit of veg stock to it, get it nice, and then cranked up the heat on this and allowed the soup to almost simmer in this. So you can simmer in this machine while it's blending.
No way.
The machine's great because you can simmer, you can cook, you can sous vide. So that's exactly what I did. I put it onto soup setting and let it go, and it's blending and cooking at the same time. And then just at the end, I added a little bit of 35% cream to it.
No way.
Love to finish soups with 35% cream. Gives it that nice velvety feel. And just hit it with a little bit of salt. So I'm just going to do this. So it's a pureed soup. It doesn't need to be watery, but you don't want it to be like thick, right? Like a bowl of oatmeal. You want it to be velvety. So we did that. And then here, I have a little bit of black truffle creme fraiche.
Okay, well, wait a second. Black truffle creme fraiche?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
what is this?
Black truffle creme fraiche. So the secret in most kitchens, that don't have a Michelin star, which is, I would say, 90% of kitchens, and that can't afford to just buy truffles every day. So we use truffle oil, right? So took a little bit of black truffle oil, and just mixed it in with creme fraiche, just standard creme fraiche. Just kind of put it in a bowl, whisked it together, and you just end up with this. Pretty much just looks.
So, not sour cream. It's not sour cream.
No. No. You can essentially do the exact same thing with sour cream.
Okay.
So we're just gonna do
this.
Checking. Yeah.
Just checking.
So love your a little soup. Bit there. And then, gotta make it fancy. Turning up the heat here on the show.
Yeah.
There we go. Just a little bit of something there, right?
Little something.
Little something. So super simple dish to make.
Little higher, just another inch.
A little higher?
Yeah.
How's that?
You're a rookie at shows, so it's okay.
I know.
Back it up just a little bit. It was unfocusing. Go up. There, yeah. Hold it. You love your soup, dude.
Yeah, I love it. This one. This is
So do you think restaurants have necessarily, because I remember back in the day, we used to make soup as an entree. Do you see more and more, or has that gone away? Do you think it's going to come back, soups as an entree?
I would say it's not really an entree anymore. I want to say it's I see it a lot on appetizer menus.
Yeah.
Or kind of up there with the salads. You can have it as an entree. You can also have it as an appetizer, and I see it a lot of the time ordered as an app. I typically don't see it ordered as an entree. Which you know what? If that's the case, you can cut down the portion size on it as an appetizer, because you don't want the guests to be full before their entree, right? So I think with the plates that restaurants are using and costing and everything, I think it's sticking more on the appetizer side.
Yeah, because we used to do an entree one in the place I did, and it was always odd. It was not odd, but it was like, you want it as an entree? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's like,
Like,
okay, I guess so.
but I thought there might have been a trend change in the world. I didn't know.
No, no, and yeah, I think it's an appetizer thing for sure,
So,
for
what are
sure.
you cooking in the back there? What are you doing
So
over
in
there?
the back here, I have here. Let me just move these plates
Wait till you
around.
burn. Wait till you burn your first dish on TV, on a video.
Yeah, no, I'm ready for that one. Just
Okay, you're ready for that one?
gotta,
Because not all the people you work with will jab you later either.
yeah, just go. Oh man, like what am I doing here? What am I
I've seen people
doing?
burn their hands. I've seen everything.
So this dish right here has.
Why is it so golden? What'd you do?
So this is our. We have the Brussels blend in
Yeah.
here. Okay, so I took the Brussels blend and then roasted it. The company has said, the best way to get their or the best way to use their product is to roast. So I roasted it and got
Really?
some nice color on the Brussels sprouts, nice color on the cauliflower and everything like that, and then put it into the pan. A little bit of
Mm-hmm.
olive oil, a little bit of pesto, and just kind of then I added some cherry tomatoes. Nice cherry
Yeah.
tomatoes,
Did you cut them or
multicolor.
cut them?
Yeah, I cut them. I cut them all the
Okay.
time. I cut the cherry tomatoes. It's one of those things. I think cherry tomatoes should be cut.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
unpopular opinion, popular opinion. Doesn't matter. I don't care. It's what I do.
All right. All right.
It's my thing.
All right.
So yeah, so we're working on our pesto farfalle, and then over here, not finished yet, not ready for the camera,
Okay.
is our we're doing a little bit of what is this? Fettuccine, tomato sauce, and we're gonna do the Italian style meatball
Like
from.
traditional, like you're not gonna
Well,
mess around because Italians will call in and they'll
listen,
comment.
I just finished my pasta series on Instagram, and I
Okay.
got ridiculed for 6 weeks straight by every single person about how I was messing up Italian cuisine.
Oh no.
That's whatever. I've heard it. I think I've heard it all now.
Awesome.
I,
Awesome.
I think
Awesome.
I've heard it all.
All right.
So, we'll go ahead and plate this one up. This is one of those dishes that's just meant to be tasty. This isn't meant to look elegant and look like a Michelin star dish. This is real food for real people. I want to
Mm-hmm.
say, and with the Brussels blend, it's healthy. It's
Yeah.
healthy. You know, I I would like to say I was that kid that didn't want to eat his Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I loved them. So I
Yeah.
love the
But
Brussels
they got to
sprouts
be
in the blend.
roasted. I think they got to be roasted though. Like you
Yeah,
can't do.
they got to be roasted. My dad likes to just kind of steam them, hit them
Oh,
with a little bit
see,
of
yeah,
salt, little
no,
garlic and olive oil,
no,
and I
no.
like it, but I prefer them roasted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
And
with you
then
on that.
to that, so going back to the appetizer thing, I've seen one restaurant I worked in, we actually did Brussels sprouts and we fried them and then we tossed them in a little bit of like a balsamic vinaigrette. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
say it was, and it was like that appetizer one summer flew. It
Yeah.
flew. It was the
Well, the
appetizer of the
nice thing
summer.
too, usually Brussels sprouts are not that too expensive either, right?
No, no. It depends what kind of season you get them in.
Yeah,
How much you have to trim them. See,
yeah,
and this
yeah.
stuff,
Now, did
no
you take
trip
the ends off? Did you take the trims off? Like you didn't do that for
for
these. They
these.
don't. They come trimmed,
No,
right?
they come
I
perfectly
forgot about
perfectly
that.
finished, ready to go. I don't
Yeah.
even have to pick up my knife. The only thing I had to pick up a knife for was to open the bag, and
Now, well,
I
yeah,
love that.
the no knife kitchens. Um, did you so regular Brussels sprouts? You'd have to take the tips off, right? Like the
Yeah, so you
stem.
just kind of, we actually just finished doing a ton of them at the hotel I work at right now.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there with where's my paring knife? So you're sitting
Yeah.
there with your paring knife, and you get that like the butt end of it, that
Yeah. Yeah.
stem
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
off, right? and then just kind of peel the
Peel.
outer leaves. The outer leaves that are just kind of tough,
Yeah.
right? With this, it's
It's all
already
done.
seasoned, it's already trimmed, it's ready to go. I roast it or saute it, and it's in a
Wow.
dish. I've saved time, I've saved money. It's a good product.
Okay,
It
give
tastes
us a
good.
close up, chef.
Yeah, of course, of course. So this
One
one,
close. There you go. A little higher. Perfect. A little higher. Right there.
a little
Awesome
higher.
stuff. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, so just a little bit of Parmesan on top to finish it.
That pesto makes it a little lighter too, right?
Yeah, the pesto kind of cuts through everything,
Yeah.
and kind of cuts through all the flavors. Helps with that cheese. It helps with the Brussels flavor. It helps with the cauliflower that's in it, and the sweet potatoes that are in this. I love it. I love sweet potatoes. So, but roasted, not any other way.
Yes, I was gonna say not the old style.
I'm
Yeah,
young, so I don't really. I'm not sure
no,
I know
you
what the
haven't
old
been through
style
that.
is.
Yeah, we won't go there. We won't talk old. No,
Yeah.
no,
All right.
no.
So I'll come over here and I'll finish up this last dish. So kind of I couldn't have meatballs on the show without like I couldn't have.
Messing up an Italian dish. Okay. Here you go.
I
Here we go.
Yeah.
No pressure. No pressure.
I couldn't have meatballs here on the show and not do meatballs in a tomato sauce with a pasta, with a long noodle pasta. I couldn't do it. You know what?
You have to
I
do it.
was already.
So what kind of noodles are you using then?
So this one, I didn't have any spaghetti at home. I also
Yeah.
didn't have any fake spaghetti, which is also linguine. Don't ask me how I know that.
I had linguine, buddy.
We had that on the menu for a while at a restaurant I worked in. No, I had fettuccine. So you know what? I thought I was already risky enough with this soup on the first show. I may as well do this.
Yeah.
Make a fake spaghetti and meatballs, kind of just regular tomato sauce. Like it's nothing, This one,
dude,
so
way up higher.
Oh.
Let me see those big noodles.
Hold on.
You've already got Italians losing their mind right now.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing at home.
My background's Italian.
I was gonna say you're Italian.
I was born here in Canada, so you know what? They can come after me. It's okay.
They can come, Little Italy.
Yeah,
we'll go to Little Italy when I'm there.
Yeah, you know what? We should film a show there.
Yeah, we'll do a show in Little Italy.
I'll do this exact dish.
That'll be a lineup.
Yeah, I don't know, a lineup to tear me a new one or a lineup to taste the dish. So
hey, have you ever done the big fork? Where you put the fork with the pasta and then you curl it around a fork.
Yep.
And then you lay it sideways instead of vertical. You do sideways one.
Yeah,
I've seen that. That looks cool.
So actually, you'll see that. You can see that on my Instagram. I actually did that for I think the final pasta dish in the pasta series I did, the linguine pesto.
We'll put your link. Can we put your link in the bio here?
Yeah, of course. Put it in the bio. Watch the videos. I mean, I invite more Italians to kind of come in and absolutely rip me. I may not get back to their DMs, but
Italians are great for shows because you guys talk with your hands so much. Cooking is you don't get much cooking done.
I don't get much done, but we gotta talk.
Exactly. What's the worst thing people do with making it other than a few things there? But what do you see a lot of people that make that one mistake all the time with like a pasta dish, like meatballs and spaghetti? What's that one thing that people do that drives you crazy?
The one thing that drives me crazy with this kind of dish is
it must be bad.
I'm getting stressed out about it just thinking about it. And you know what? I almost did it just to see what people would say, but I thought, I'm already pushing it. You know when people do like spaghetti and meatballs or
Yeah.
spaghetti and tomato sauce, and they leave their noodle like not coated in anything, and then the sauce just kind
Yeah.
of poured on top. It drives me nuts. Drives me
So
nuts.
you have to have a full noodle coating.
You know what? Coat the noodle. Get it in. Get the sauce in there. The thing with noodles in pasta, like, so the whole thing with pasta noodles is every single one is not just a design or not just a shape. It's there's a reason for each one. It holds a sauce or it grabs the sauce or it holds flavor. These long noodles, the tomato sauce in there, that's the way it's meant to be.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Nice.
here.
Let's get a close up so every Italian calls you later.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
put
yeah.
chef's phone number and
Yeah.
contact
Oh
information in the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah. Yeah, you guys can all text me and email me.
Yeah.
Tell me how bad
So
this looks.
now those Rosina meatballs and stuff like that, they held up. Like there was no concern with that. They're bringing some of the sauce in.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I don't like when meatballs are just kind of there in
Yeah.
a dish like this. I like when they're coated. These meatballs also have like this is the premium, no, premium Italian blend or Italian meatball. This is the one with cheese in it. Um, this is packed with flavor, like completely packed with flavor. I baked them off earlier and picked one up, ate it, and I was like, wow, this has it. And then when it's covered in the sauce, the acidity from the tomato sauce and the flavor of the meatball just
Yeah.
complements the entire dish. It completely goes together. The flavors go. A little bit of cheese on top. I'm a big cheese guy on pasta, so it
And
all
so
it
is that a
all
Parmesan cheese, chef? That was a Parmesan cheese in the
yeah. So
meatball?
this is a Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
So I actually took this. So this is not your typical pre-grated parm. Okay,
Out of the shaker.
out of the shaker. No, 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 never. Not so. I live with my dad. Definitely not in his household would he allow
No,
that.
no,
So
no.
we buy like the bricks of parm,
Yeah.
and grate them, and we just this is our parm dish, our parm kind of container that sits in
Yeah.
the fridge, and this is what we use. We don't grate more than this at a time. We just grate what
See,
we
how
need.
do you have some left though? See, that's the problem I have.
What
So
do you
I just
mean?
put it
Like
all in. I
parm?
put it all in. No, like in that container. Like you're down to
Oh,
that much.
I'm down with this much. You know
Like you're
what?
the guy that leaves the little left in the milk jug, don't you? Exactly, right?
I'm the guy. And oh my god, it was so funny. My sister was actually talking to me about this. I'm the guy that leaves, one cookie in the
Yeah,
package,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
only like a handful, not even a handful. I might leave a couple crumbs of chips in the chip
Yeah,
bag
you're
or
that
something
guy.
like
You're
that,
that guy.
just so I don't have to throw it out. But you know what? It's also another thing. So somebody else goes and gets it and goes, "Oh no, we're almost out of this. We better pick it up."
Wow.
Then I'm off the hook for that. So
Well, chef, this has been a blast. This is your first show. I can't thank you
yeah,
enough for all
yeah.
these
Thank
awesome
you.
ideas. Rosina, awesome stuff. Arctic Gardens.
Yeah,
Thank you
amazing
so
products.
much. Great products here. You know what? These are great. You know what? These are great ideas getting into the fall and summer because right now we're working on menus for the fall. I'm assuming you're
Yeah,
working on menus for the fall right now.
yeah. We're finishing up summer menus right now
Summer.
at the
Okay.
hotel, and we're kind of getting into the fall.
Getting to
We're
fall,
still
right?
so both
I know it's
both
still,
roasted veg
yeah, I'm
and
about a
stuff like
month
that.
ahead.
It's coming in.
It's coming
Um,
close, right?
this right here is definitely a dish that could sit on any menu
Summer.
for the summer.
Summer. Okay.
That pesto with
Yeah.
the veg
Yeah.
in there, especially with the cherry tomatoes. It's light. It's got flavor, nutritional value. It's I could eat this sitting on a patio somewhere at a restaurant. So I think that's something that could fit into a summer dish there.
Perfect. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty cool. No, awesome stuff. So thank you so much, Chef. We're gonna have
Thank
Chef
you.
back. Maybe one more. I actually have one more in June with you before
Yeah,
we
we do.
break for our season 4,
Yeah.
which we have McCain's,
Yes.
and we're gonna see some cool stuff from McCain's, which they just launched a whole
Yeah.
bunch of new stuff as well. So,
Yeah.
Chef, thank
Super
you
excited.
again. Super exciting about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for the demonstration
No,
of
course.
your
Happy to do it.
It looks like a big fax machine from the 80s, buddy.
This? Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, it's it looks like it could be so many things,
I know.
but it's
Like,
the only thing it should be, a Thermomix.
exactly, a Thermomix. So thank you
Yeah.
for that as well, teaching us about that. And
Yeah,
to
of
everyone
course.
else, we're back again with Chef in June, but we're back again tomorrow with some more shows on the SVK network. So thanks again, Chef.
Of
And
course,
we're gonna put your
thank
information
you.
on there. You can follow. You
Yeah.
can get mad at them later. Do whatever you like. But thanks again,
Oh
Chef.
man.
And to everyone else,
Thank you. Thank you.
have a great rest of your day. Okay, we'll chat later. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Have a good one. We'll leave, folks. We'll have a good day. Bye bye.